Hey everybody, it's Mike from Landon Custom Classics here. Getting ready to install these new trick flow valve covers. And I ordered, these are the nuts that I ordered to go on top of these. They'll go on here like so. Look pretty sharp. And they came with studs. Thing with these trick flows, they're cast aluminum and they're deeper than the studs are. So what I did, I don't know, you guys probably won't be able to see it. I screwed this into the head as far as it go. I got an oil line on here. And then I put this head on there and I seen how far it is screw into it, which is about down to my oil line. So what we're going to do here, take a piece of all thread here. And we're going to put it through, use one of these ones you guys can see better. Put it through, and the oil line is literally about the length of this old bolt. So between the valve cover and gasket, it gives it a little bit of leeway. So we're going to take this oily bolt, and we're going to hang about that much through. Because these are going to be studded into the motor. And then the top part of this is how far it goes into the actual stud itself. And we're going to cut her a good bit short there. We don't need it in that far. So we're going to cut off about 1/4 of an inch, I'd say. That's more than enough for things. So we're going to make us a line right there. Okay. But yeah, these I got 2 of these sticks all threads. We should be plenty long enough to make 14 studs. So we're gonna do us one up here. Okay. Then we'll take that little piece off top. And deburr our top there. I do this all the time, so there you go. Then a lot of time you want to put a nut on there so you can run it over a couple times, make sure it goes through nice and smooth. But as you can see, screws right on. So guess it works, huh? So we're gonna put this all the way in here. That's what we'll do. Get it all the way snug. All you know, if you got a decent nut, you don't need 1.5 inches or so of thread inside of it. You put that all the way up in there. Drop that baby down through there. And yeah, we got about 1/4 of an inch hanging out the bottom here. You see that? So that'll make sure we have plenty. And that we're not bottoming out in here, because if we bottom this out and bottom this out, you're not going to get tension on your gasket. So as far as I can see, that's the perfect size. Then we'll get our other stick all thread here and we'll cut them 2 at a time. I'm just using my little Milwaukee cutoff tool here. I got my little fuzzy wuzzy windsock on my camera today. Or my camera, my microphone. I'm losing my mind, y'all. Losing my mind. Got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Okay. So, yeah. Pull this up. Line them up. Okay, now that they're marked, we'll pick them up off the car. Well, there goes a piece of all thread. Okay. So we'll line these up. Hold them up away from the car. Should get a pretty straight cut. There you go. There. Already got 3 done. What we're going to do, we'll cut 7 of them. And then we'll go over installing this valve cover. And then we'll worry about the rest. I'll do them off camera. Thing's a little hot. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go grab my gloves, and I'll get the rest of these cut off camera, and then I'll bring you guys back. We'll take the valve cover off, check the mating surfaces, make sure everything's perfectly clean, and then we'll get our gaskets in position, get our studs put in, and then we'll put these babies on. So stay tuned, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe if you'd like to see more. Okay, well, we managed to work my new overhead tripod in here to where we can get a good view of what we're doing here. I got my Milwaukee power ratchet. Hold on, make sure I got my mic on the USB, so we got it good. Okay. Now you can use this to loosen the bolts and take them out quick, but don't use it for tightening them because you can mess something up real quick. Kind of dirty. The other night I painted the front of the heads and the motor and stuff in the dark, so that we'd have it all prettied up. Make it look pretty good with these heads on here. Okay, I'm going to pile the bottom bolts up on top of here, unplug our PCV back here, set it out of the way. I'm going to get a 90-degree adapter for the PCV so we can get it to sit flatter. It'll look cleaner. Okay, now these heads, or valve covers, these valve covers have probably been on here since this car was built. So they may be a little crazy. I'm gonna get got my ratchet here, but I think I'm gonna need a short extension possibly too. Well, we'll try it real quick. There's not much room on the back one here. Okay, I think we can get it with the ratchet, which should be fun. With the new one, I may have to get a wrench to reach in there. Or we'll just cut that dang box out of the way. I'm thinking about taking that whole box out anyway. But yeah, we may have a time with that box with our new valve covers. But no worries, we'll make it work. Looks like I can take the end off that box with a couple screws. I ordered this overhead tripod so that we could try to do a better job with mechanic videos. I also have a magnet mount I made for my GoPro. Now, with any luck, let's try to get these to come off with the gaskets. If not, I'm going to have to let you guys go, and I'm going to have to sit here with a razor and scrape this sucker. Nobody likes to do that, so let's see if we can break them loose here. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, not much gasket left there. I think I showed some on my last video. I'll get a piece of razor here, a little flathead here, just in case. Let's see if we can break this off. A lot of time it just breaks off in old dry rotted chunks. Just make sure you get all the pieces. Don't want them down inside your motor oil. Okay, a little bit of crap right here. I'm just going to take a razor blade. Yeah, it's just A little dirty looking, not really much anything there. A little bit more down here. See, these oil pan ones, old cork, usually comes off pretty good. Be careful where I drag my arm. I'm probably gonna do a video tonight taking out my stitches. Okay. Just make sure you get all the little crud out of here, okay? You don't want that in your bearings. Okay. Got all the crap up here. You got a little bit of cork hanging over the edge there. Okay. Little here in the back. Come on, guy. It's all falling in there. Okay, here we go. Run your finger down along there. Make sure you get all the crap out. There we go. Okay. Check this corner here. A little crud. Okay, guys. Well, we've got her pretty well all cleaned up. Grab the gaskets here. So one thing I forgot to grab out of my car. Okay. Now, first thing what we're going to do, I'm using rubber gaskets on this. First thing, you need to put all our little studs in here. So be careful. Get them going. Screw them all the way down until they stop. If you don't get them super tight, all the way to the bottom, don't worry about it, because when you tighten the tops on, you'll get it. Sorry, guys, I got a bit of a cough here. Might have to see before we do this. Let's put the valve cover on there, actually. I'm worried about that back hole. We're not going to be able to slide it over it. So may have to do something about taking that AC crap out. Doing a little modifying before we get this done. Oh, we got the valve cover sitting right here. Okay, so there's what we got. And put that back one in and check it. That's an important thing before you get too far on a job. Check your clearances. Because hate to get every one of these in and then realize you can't get them in or can't get the valve cover in. Yeah, because of the clearance. Okay, well. I'm going to pause you real quick, and I'm going to try to pull all that out and make us some more clearance. Okay, so all this really means is it's going to be a little bit harder to do this. We're going to have to put the gasket in first. I was hoping to put the gasket on the studs and then just be able to work it in, whatever. A little easier. But we're going to have to lay the valve cover in and then start the stud back there. We took the cover off. We don't need. Okay, so we're going to start a couple of these out here first, I think, just to get the gasket through and lined up. Okay. Okay, there's our hole. There we go. Keep knocking these stupid studs on the ground. And then they get dirt all in the threads. Then I gotta take my wire brush to them. Okay, so you just gotta be really careful with these rubber gaskets because it's really easy to not get the gasket lined up and in the hole. So I'm gonna pull this up. Line our gasket up there, okay? Okay, we got that one. Got these out where we can get to them. Little tabs. Sorry if I'm blocking your shot, but I kind of got to work too. Okay. Okay, all the top. Oh, still got to do the middle one. The biggest thing people tell you these rubber gaskets don't seal right. It's the fact that they don't actually get them in position, and then they over tighten. If you over torque them, the plastic kind of pops out, and it's not good. Okay. There we go. So we got all our tabs lined up. Got our gasket right on the edge there. Okay. Yeehaw, dude. Yeehaw, mofo. Driver. Because that's one of my YouTube friends. Mofo went to No Name Nationals or not. If you haven't seen it, everybody in our little group, they've been posting No Name Nationals content. This one may be a sucker to get in the back here. If I have to, I'll rip that whole air conditioning thing out of there. Get her in. Okay, well, I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm going to finish lining these up, and we'll get the tops on. Okay, so we're going to put our tops on now. Then I'm going to have to run out. I forgot to grab a socket for these. But you want to get these going. You want to tighten these by hand and with a regular ratchet, because you don't want to screw up these threads and you don't want to over tighten your valve covers. You're just going to tighten them until you can see that gasket squeezing down. Because if you over tighten that thing, it's just going to squish it out or in or whatever. Over tighten it and it leaks. So we're going to get these on. That back corner one, I'm going to get on and do with a wrench later. But yeah, you only tighten these about 7 foot-pounds. Make sure you read foot-pounds and inch-pounds. I had a cousin that was trying to put a Geo Storm together, and he got out his torque wrench and tried to tighten these little, about this size of bolts, into a little aluminum head at 150 foot-pounds. Yeah, we'll just say it didn't turn out well for him. Boot-a-doot-a-doo. Boot-a-doot-a-doo. Da-da-doo-doo. Okay, got all but that back one. There's really no torque sequence to these. Oh man, I gotta put my lock washers on. I gotta start over. I'll pause you guys. Okay, now these are 7/16, just like the old bolts. Oh, I gotta grab my extension. Set it right here. And we're just gonna snug these up nice and tight. We'll start in the middle. Put that on there. I'm hoping this don't dirty them up too bad. This dirty old socket that I use. Watch that gasket. Make sure it stays just in place, and you really about just want the lock washer to lock up to close. So you can watch the lock washer once it gets pretty well closed. Okay. You really don't torque these down tight. This corner's a little, and you push that down just a hair in this corner. Make sure you check it all before you start doing things. Okay. Yeah, you should line this all up good. Okay. Okay, we're all lined up now. I forgot to check that. You just want to make sure that's right with the edge. We'll start in the middle. Okay. Okay. I think these are going to look quite nice. Like I say, I'll get a wrench and I'll work that one back on by the air conditioning later. And take and wipe these all off with a nice cloth when you get done too. We just started in that middle and working around. Okay. We'll skip over this top one. And we'll go back to the other bottom one. And then I need to get a 90-degree PCV so that it doesn't look stupid, because this PCV goes straight up. So we're going to get an adapter to put a 90 on that, so it's not all sticking up. It can go down here and run nice and clean. But yeah, that's all we're doing here. And we'll get that last one worked on. If I have to, I'll have to rip that air conditioning piece out of there, but we'll see what we can do. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe learned a little something. Get the camera off here, show you. Painted around that the other night. Get the tape off that, but it should look pretty nice. As you can see, don't have a lot of room there, so I'm barely going to be able to get the top on. I'm going to have to take it forever with a little end wrench. Get her on there. So, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Please like, comment, subscribe. Catch you on the next one.